And tonight we're going to have a really good demonstration of some outstanding technology in that, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time. But in the meantime, first I want to remind everyone we do have a YouTube channel, and we need to get. We're trying to get more and more people to sign up for the YouTube channel. First, the subscriptions, which are free. We have over 1,500 videos, a couple hundred of those which are free to view. And then we also have all the members only. And we're getting ready to add some more. I now got my new DVD drive, so I can get some more up there. And we're hoping to get the Tesla Society stuff that I have taken care of too, in the near future. And anyway, I encourage everyone to go up to our website. You see the page at the man standing behind that yellow box there. We have the Tesla Tech channel. We have a conference directory. We have all the videos up there categorized by conferences. So you pick up a year and look at it, and it tells you who's all on it. We also have speaker directory, which is a work in progress. We're trying to get everything organized by speaker, so you know the speaker you want. You click on it, and it brings up all his videos up there. So it makes it user-friendly. And like I say, we have an exclusive membership. It's only $9.99 per month, a small price to pay for over access to 1,500 plus videos and more. We're adding every week. So pretty much. And so I encourage you to join $9.99 a month. And we really appreciate it. It really helps us out and everything. And for those who didn't get to last year's conference, if you go back to our testatech.info, and click on this label here, it brings up the how-to page. And our 2024 videos are on how-to. And here you can get see everything that went on at the conference for only $99, and that's paid across the board and everything. It covers it forever, one-time payment. And we have like 35 maybe or more hours of video up there. We have all the presentations. Plus, between the presentations, we did some man on the street interviews and that. We also have T-shirts for sale. You can order them on this page as well. And if you just like to help us out and give a quick donation, you can click on the green button there, and that will allow you to make a donation. And we appreciate every penny we get. It all goes back in the fighting the cause here and getting the Tesla material out. So, and I'd like to, next week we'll be pushing the conference more. It's August 6th to 10th. It's going to be a great conference as usual, and we have a 30% discount if you sign up now. So I encourage you to go up to our website and sign up. If you have a problem, feel free to call me. I'm here like 24/7. If I miss you, leave a message, and I'll get right back to you. Anyway, without further ado, let me introduce Mr. Matt Maw. And hello, Matt. And
yes,
and he owns
hello.
Medi Air Purifier, and it's cutting edge technology used to purify your air. And do you want to tell us about yourself?
Myself, yes, I'm a very, very Asian. Correct. I came to America 21 years ago, and I taught English by myself from ABC. I ended up today. Steve, how do I learn English?
Pardon?
How do I learn English? I watch a TV show. There's a TV show at that time called Jerry Springer Show. I watched that show a lot. The Jerry Springer Show?
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, that's TV show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that show to learn English. Yeah.
Great.
No, it's a joke. Yeah, it's a joke. Correct. And then I was in the trade show business. Eventually, I really want to make something to benefit the public. So eventually, Actually, I'm the owner for this business. I make those, and we add. My idea is we don't use HEPA filter. The HEPA filter for air purifier. The problem is you have to buy the filter periodically. If you don't buy it, then the air purifier is going to contaminate the air for a second time. So what we use is we don't use HEPA filter. What we use is plasma ion technology, which is very new, which can kill bacteria, virus, also mold, but no smell. We also use a low amount of ozone. Ozone is very controversial, but what we do is we make ozone optional. This means if you have people inside the room, you do not use ozone. But we recommend use ozone when you are not in the room or office, put on timer once a week. So when you come back, the whole house is done. We also put UVC light inside. To what it can do is they can kill more bacteria, virus, also mold. They use the same light in the hospital operation room. Basically, that's what we do. We just promote this through all the medical, especially those integrative, holistic, naturopathic medical conference. A lot of practitioners use my units in their practice, also in their home too. That's about myself and my business, Steve. Go back to you.
Okay. Well, so for those who don't know, Nikola Tesla was the first inventor of the ozone generators, which yours is like an offshoot of. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to. Anyway, Tesla invented the ozone generator back in the 1890s and that. And if anyone ever built a Tesla coil, you're going to smell the like a lightning storm, that sharp smoke.
Correct.
But this is beyond that. This is just not ozone. This is actual ionized air.
Correct. 2 ionizers.
Yeah, with both the positive and the negative ions.
Correct. And more negative than positive. Too much positive, no good.
And I guess from what I understand, this here, because you have the ions and everything, and they attach to the or surround the contaminants, right?
Yes.
And it weighs them down. And we could use this back in 2020 when we had all this COVID crap going around.
No.
Yeah.
The COVID is the worst thing happened for human being. I hate to tell you, Steve. COVID-19 is helped my business a lot. Nobody expected COVID-19 going to happen. So after COVID-19 happened, I got a lot of orders for this air purifier because we have 2 technology kill virus. Well, I cannot put on in writing. One of the technology is a plasma does kill virus. Also, we have a UVC light. It's not a B, it's a C, like Charlie, which is a smaller wave, kill more bacteria, also virus. But it's not a single light. What we do is we put the light in the honeycomb. The honeycomb is coated with titanium dioxide, which can improve the efficiency. So COVID-19 really helped my business. I got a lot of phone calls. People wanted me to overnight ship to all over this country. Yes. So that's something happened bad for human being, but helped my business a lot.
Yeah, command so. And you will be at our conference, right? And you'll have these, Sarah, you'll be demonstrating that, right?
Correct. I look forward to, and I'm excited. And actually, some people recommend our conference to me too. They talk about our conference. they tell me you got to do this. Through other conference, we talk. Some exhibitors, they ask me, do you do Steve's conference? I said, which Steve? So many Steves in America. They have 20 million Steves. They said, they said, Steve, you have a different name, right? Before the company has a different name.
My name's Steve Ellswick.
Yeah, but the show name is called
It's Tesla. Yeah, Extraordinary Technology.
Correct. Yeah. They told me that name. So eventually I found you, and I gave you a phone call early this year. Last year, I tell myself, you know what? I want to try this. Plus, it's in New Mexico, Albuquerque. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and they have a lot of good Mexican restaurants there.
Yeah, I like Albuquerque. It's a good central location. We have a railroad go through. Amtrak goes through there, and if you get a chance, ride the railroad. I love riding the railroad.
Yeah. I travel a lot. Albuquerque before, like when I first came to America, the first place I go is Albuquerque. I went there for the Hot Balloon Festival in October.
Yeah, we also have. Well, they do. Like during the conference, they have balloons year round. You can get on them. They always offer rides and everything. I rode one time. It was a unique experience in that. But you can get there by rail. You can get there by air. I mean, we have an international airport, and it services most of the major airlines. And it's adjacent to Kirkland Air Force Base, which is another adventure. There's 2 interstate highways. I-25 goes north and south, and I-40 goes east and west. So it's easy to get to, and we're right at the intersection of I-40 and I-25. Yeah. So
good place.
But anyway, these getting back to your filters here and everything. If you ever have like a smoke problem, like people smoke in your house or something, like the hotels use ozone generators to de-smoke the rooms, and everything.
Correct. But there's a problem for ozone generator. Ozone generator too strong ozone. So people had a reaction. Sometimes people could have a sore throat, coughing, headache. That's the ozone generator. That's the industrial ozone generator. Like if your house is damaged by water, you need the mold rejuvenation team. They will use the industrial ozone generator, which you have to leave the house. They can kill everything. But mine is a low amount of ozone, low. So which is very safe for people and the pets. The hotel, I travel with my air purifier all the time. Steve, I do shows. One time I did a show in New Orleans. I can't find a hotel. I booked the hotel too late. I found a motel there. The motels, when you open the door, right. Oh my goodness, they have a kitchen there. I have no idea what people do before me. I think they maybe cooking there, maybe they have pets there, maybe they smoke marijuana there. I have no idea. I cannot even go to sleep. So what I did is I have to put my air purifier on top of the refrigerator. I put on timer, which is like 2 hours, like a stronger ozone. So it's called away mode. Then I went to the restaurant. The Louisiana has a very good gumbo. Gumbo?
Yes.
Yeah, I go there for some gumbo, some po' boys, walk around in the Bourbon Street, have some oyster. They have a good oyster bar there. When I came back, my goodness, I can fall to sleep like a baby. But before I cannot fall asleep, I feel itching. I have no idea what caused this. So basically, that's what I really believe what I'm doing. And also for some other medical conference, like those pathology conference or stem cell physician conference, they will have a cadaver lab. Cadaver?
Yeah.
medical
about it.
cadaver, they have very strong smell from formaldehyde. So
Yeah.
I just put one of my units there overnight. And next day, when all the practitioner walk into the cadaver room, they don't even need to wear the mask. Some docs tell me this is the most beautiful cadaver lab they have ever seen, just because of one of the small units, because they cover 4,000 square feet. Oxidize all the odors. Smoke is very simple. If you want, I can show how to take care of the smoke.
Okay. Well, why don't you show us your demonstration that you have?
Okay.
And
So what I will do is, this is my unit, the black one. It's like the size of a rice cooker, but it's covered like 4,000 square feet. What you see inside is a UVC light. This is negative ionization. This is the plasma. We also have 2 antennae inside. The 2 antennae inside kill the mold on the surface of the wall. Now, this gives the idea if you have some smoke, people smoke cigars, cigarettes, marijuana, whatever, dust, toxins, because all the bad stuff in the air that are positively charged. We use negative ionization to neutralize them, like this. If I turn on the ionizer, everything will be gone in 30 seconds, like this. Can you see the picture? See how easy? It's called neutralization. Done. And my family, we all have an allergy for pollen, especially every year during the springtime. So this really helped me, my wife, and my son.
that's pretty impressive.
I know. Look, this unit here right now is on APCO, which means no ozone. I can turn on the ozone right now. You can smell like right after rain or thunderstorm. Now, this ozone is adjustable. You can make it less strong. I can make it stronger. Some people tell me different stories. Some people like really, really strong. Personally, I like it on very, very low, barely smell works better. Slowly, oxidation works better.
Hey,
Now,
Matt,
yes.
if you turn your camera 90 degrees, if you turn your cameras 90 degrees, like right now you're like, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, you're like this. If you turn it like that,
This?
Yeah, should be able to get the whole picture in then when you do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can try. Now look how clean the box. All the smoke is
You're
gone.
better the other way.
Okay.
Okay.
See, all the smoke is gone. And also we have different timer, also different modes. This is Steve. This is my kitchen. Can you see my kitchen?
Yeah.
That's my kitchen. Okay. My wife is a really good chef. We cook a lot. Asian people use a lot of ginger, onion, garlic. My wife cook a lot of curry chicken, which is my son's favorite. But sometimes they smells. And also, do you know what is kimchi? Kimchi.
Oh yeah, I used to be married to a Korean.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. Kimchi has a very yeah.
My daughter's half Korean.
Oh wow. Your wife eat kimchi all the time?
Yeah, we had 2 refrigerators. One, for regular food, and then like the kimchi and that kind of stuff is out in the garage in another refrigerator.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We love kimchi. But very strong smell. Sometimes when I do trade shows, I cannot eat kimchi because customer has smell. I have, the garlic kimchi smell.
Yeah.
But we cannot live without kimchi. It's like sometimes like twice a day. That's why when Korean people marry each other, they don't kiss each other anymore because of the smell. Yeah.
A lot of it's just from the garlic itself, because it saturates the body.
Correct. But it's healthy. It's a fermented cabbage.
Yeah, with a lot of garlic in.
Correct. So sometimes if we do burn something in the kitchen, I cook a lot of cabbage. So I just turn on the unit just 5 minutes. all the smell will be gone to give you like a fresh air smell.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I really believe what I'm doing. I believe I can help a lot of people who have asthma, allergy, bronchitis. But the problem is the asthma people, they cannot breathe ozone. That's
yeah.
why we have different programs. It's called no ozone. But they must use ozone when they are not in the room. They just need to shut down 1 hour before they come back. That's it. So once you know how to use it, and people tell me they cannot live without it. Yeah.
Well, okay, so we have this thing running and it's filtering. Um, how often do you have to change the filters?
Good question. You don't change it, you wash it. Yeah.
How often do you have to wash it?
Every 8,000 hours. I would say every 6 months. Just take it out from the bag, rinse with the water, wait a couple hours until it's dry, and put it back. You are good for another 6 months.
Okay, so when you have these electrodes, you know, I guess you do this with electrodes, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do the electrodes get wore out, or do they deteriorate over time, or do they get coated with the dirt?
No, we just basically, we don't. Just the 2 needles in the front, which generate the ionizations needles. You just, they never broke, got any problem. You just sometimes we just use Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol cleaned. That's it. Sometimes they do have some rusty stuff, but you just use Q-tip, just polish it. That's all you need to do. Yeah. You know how to take it apart. You can just put a Q-tip through the front grill. That's it.
Okay, well, we have a question here
Okay.
from Warning Signs, and he says, "What's the price for the one you show, and is there a guarantee?" Yeah.
Oh, who asked me this question?
A guy by the name of Warning Signs.
Okay. The price for those on the website is called Medi Air Purifier. We have a website there. We sell the price for $14.99 on the website. But for Steve's YouTube show, like for your show today, or for your show in August in Albuquerque, New Mexico, we are doing special conference special or YouTube special. Instead of $14.99, we sell it for $12.99, $1,299. Now, we also give 2 smaller ones for free. The smaller one, like the size of your hand, is a plug-in. You plug any place you go, like a hotel, motel, any place you go. You plug in, you put on timer, you go out for food, for dinner. When you come back, the whole hotel room is done. I just finished a conference today. I sold a lot of the mini one because it's very affordable. We sold for $149 on the website, but the deal today is if you buy the big one for $12.99, we give the 2 smaller ones for no charge, and that's not done yet. Plus, we also give free shipping. So basically, $12.99, $1,299, 2 smaller ones for free, and free shipping for both.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, you don't need a filter. Remember, you don't have to buy filter, HEPA filter. I have a doctor today in the conference. He stopped in my booth. He told me he bought another name brand, which is HEPA filter for $1,100. I told him, that's not bad. It's reasonable. But what he told me is, he told me he had to spend $700 every single year to replace the filter. So every year you pay $700 for the filter. Yeah. So for us, it's basically like a one-time investment, especially for people who have a mold. Steve, the reason why I live in Florida is because almost everybody has a mold in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's personally, my house is damaged by water like 7-8 years ago. Also, we have the hurricane, one of another. Last year we have 3 in a row. Yeah.
Well, if a person he lived in a house with, let's say, a black mold, would this get rid of the mold?
They basically oxidize, but I don't want to over promise people.
Yeah.
One time I see a doctor show me a picture. He had a rental property in some, I forgot which beach. I saw the black mold all over the wall. It's like, wow, you never seen something like that. It's black mold all over the wall. He told me, is this going to kill all the mold? Well, do I want to make, he had 6 properties. Do I want to make it a sale? I do want to make it a sale, but I do not like to over promise people. I like to do the last promise over delivery. So what I tell him is, in that case, you have to hire the professionals to do the elimination. But if you have a little bit of black mold, yes, they will oxidize, which means kill the mold. 2 technology kill mold: ozone and plasma.
And then you could paint over with Kill Z, KILLZ. It's a paint, white paint, that you use, and it will cover and seal off the black mold.
Sometimes you don't see the mold, like my house, but I tell my wife, I'm sure there's somewhere. I don't see it, but this doesn't mean they don't exist. So that's why I say, let's go to the Korean house. So, we put on timer for 1 hour. When we come back, the whole house is done. It's basically, otherwise my son is my son is allergic to everything. He's allergic to food, peanuts, pollen, seafood. So this, I sell those. That's why I put 3 in my house. Actually, I don't need 3. You just need 1, because 1 cover 4,000 square feet.
Yeah.
For me, I just don't want to move it around. We have another test for the odor test, which we do put like onion vinegar in front of the ammonia in front of the units. After 1 minute, all the smell will be gone. For the people who, a lot of people have dog, cats, who have pets. And if you have a dog, a cat, this is a must, something you must have. For the odors and the dunders, the pest dunders. I would say after 1 or 2 days, if you use my units, when you open the curtains, before you use it, you see those free particles, dust all over your house. After 1 or 2 days, when you open the curtains again, you don't see those free particles and dust anymore. Neutralize.
Well, I noticed on your unit there, you don't really have like a rough filter. You know what I'm talking about? A filter for like to get the big dust out. You don't do that?
I'm not sure I understand you. Can you say one more time?
Let's look at your unit again. Can you show your unit? Yeah, it looks like you can see through it. It doesn't look like you have like a foam filter in front of that to knock off some of that big dust.
No, the big dust will be neutralized.
Okay.
To make them heavy or drop them down. On the back, we do have some filter, but it's a washable activated charcoal filter. The charcoals also can deodor, get rid of some smells too, but ozone works better and faster.
I see, because I live in a very dusty environment here, and I have to go through these bigger filters all the time,
I know. That's I have a personal story I can share with you. I'm a Costco member. Costco, Steve? I love Costco. All the Asian people love Costco. So I buy everything from Costco. Everything. Steak, eggs. Today in Orlando, Florida, you cannot find eggs in Costco anymore. I don't know why everybody buy eggs. I cannot buy eggs from Costco. So, however, they sell the air purifier for $149 because I really trust Costco. So I just eventually, I just bought the air purifier for $149. Then I take it home. I take it apart. What I found out is all they have is a big light with a filter, and you have to change the filter every 2 months. So I just bring it back. This give me more confidence of promoting my own stuff. Yeah.
So
Other air purifiers, next week I will be in a conference in Chicago. We have like 50 people selling air purifiers. Every single person uses HEPA filter, but I don't. Yeah, I just use a very unique technology, focus on the niche market. Once people use this, they will be your loyal customer forever because it really works. Yeah.
well, on your little unit, the small ones.
Correct. Yeah.
Do you have a unit that would be the size for a car, maybe, where you could plug it in with a cigarette lighter?
If you have that adapter, let me bring the smaller one. 1 second. Give me 1 second, Steve.
Okay, and I'd like to take this time to tell everyone, if you haven't yet, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us when you do that. And it helps the search engines find us and everything. Okay, here's a small one here.
This like the size of your hand.
Okay.
So it's a plug in. Any place you go, you plug in. And I travel with this all over the world. My wife, we were 2 years ago in Europe for Christmas. But this universal voltage work anywhere. But all you need is adapter, because in England they have different plug. So all you need is an adapter. That's it.
Well, how many volts does that take? That takes 115, right?
Very low, very low.
No.
So the voltage is between 100 to 240.
Because I like to get something for my car, because on my truck, because
this one for the car, you must have this kind of plug, or you need an adapter.
Yeah,
this is
inverter. They call them inverters.
Yeah, this is very strong steel. It's very small. Who is my best customer? The acupuncturist, the people who do the acupuncture, because they do the moxibustion. You know what is moxibustion? Moxa.
No.
It's like a traditional Japanese, Chinese, Korean therapy. They use the smoke for therapy. They use like an incense, something like a cupping, but like incense. So I sell a lot this to the practitioners. They use this in between patients. After they do the cupping, smoke, they use for 5 to 10 minutes in between patients. So all the smell, smoke will be gone. Now, people tell me they love this small stuff. It's because this is a newer technology. We don't use the tube anymore. So this is basically zero maintenance. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to clean anything. That's it. That's all you need to do. No change, no clean. Zero maintenance. Plug in and work. 3 programs.
Well, sometimes when you cook and you get all that smoke in the
easy. It's called a piece of cake. A piece of cake. My son just teach me something recently. I forgot how to say it. My son is 11 years old. He said, "Easy peasy, lemon squeezy." Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah. So because I know here we have a real problem. If you cook with your heat on a little bit too high, oil smokes and it fills the kitchen up with smoke real fast, and they don't really have a good exhaust, for the kitchen, and it sets off the fire alarm. It's endemic in this whole neighborhood here in these apartments. But this here sounds like that'd be a great solution. Just have one of these things running, and it sounds like you get rid of it pretty fast.
Correct. Very simple. The big one work like wonders. If you have people have the allergy, this is great stuff.
Yeah. I think I have a dog with allergies. He sneezes all the time, which breaks my heart,
You have a dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a rescue dog, kind of. I mean, he was, I think, was abandoned,
Oh.
and we live across this field, where people just dump animals and everything, you know, and our neighbor brought him over and asked if we'd take care of him, so we took care of him, and the apartments told us that they would waive the pet deposit if we took it because they were tired of calling in the uh, animal shelter to kill the dogs, because it's breaking everybody's hearts, It's pretty sad, and he's just a little chihuahua, I think he's pretty old, though. I think he has arthritis, but lately he starts sneezing when they
my son
Huh?
son is begging me for a dog right now. He's 11. He's begging me. I just didn't say yes because I know there's a lot of huge responsibility for if you have a dog. I travel all the time.
Well, a lot of places take dogs in at the Crown Plaza, where I'm sure we're going to have the conference. They're dog friendly, and you can have your dogs there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And but I don't know. When I was a very young kid, we had dogs, but then my mom went through a divorce, and we moved, and we didn't have any dogs for a long time. And then after I go in the military, and a couple years later, she gets herself a little dog, a little chihuahua. So yeah, dogs are very important. People
Correct.
with animals live longer.
All my life, my first soulmate is my dog. Before I came to America, I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. I grew up in poverty. It's between China and Mongolia, in the mountains. So we don't even have enough food at that time. So I don't have a dog. I love my dog. It's like my soulmate. After 3 years, after I go back to school, after school, you know what? I saw my dog's skin hanging there, and my neighbor killed my dog, and I ate it. I know. And from that time, I can't have another dog. After a few years, when the living standard getting better, my family tried to find another German Shepherd. So one I have is Golden Retriever, the one I have. But then they bring another German Shepherd. Yeah.
Well, I find that you don't pick animals; they'll pick you. They'll find you. And he found us. We would have. My wife didn't want another animal or anything because ours died. We had 2 of them die on us. 3 of them die on us. But breaks your heart. But anyway, here's some guy talking about they homeschool, and they're at home most of the time, so they would like to get one of these units here.
You can give them my cell phone number. Let them.
I put it on the description. If you're on YouTube, in fact, it should be in all the descriptions. I put the your phone number and your web address, I think.
Yeah, can you tell the person who is interested? Can you tell them my cell phone number, which is 847? You know what is right here. My cell phone number. Can they see this? 847-609-0593. They can just text me to mention Steve. Just mention, that's Steve, STEVE, and I will honor the special $12.99, 1 big, 2 small, all of them free shipping. Let them text me. I can just text them a payment link. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the description of this talk is the first line is your email address and your and your phone number. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so if you guys are looking for it, that's where it's at. And I'll tell you what, maybe I'm good enough.
Just if you can put my cell phone number there, Steve, that would be great. It's 847 number. Just let people mention Steve. I will take care of them. Yeah.
Okay, I just sent it on the comments there, Medi Air Purifier, and there you go.
My cell phone number there?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's how you find it, mediairpurifier@gmail.com. And your website's mediairpurifier.com, right?
mediairpurifier.com, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, Medi Air. So that's how you get a hold of Matt.
Yeah.
And you'll be at the conference, and you'll be bringing your little smoke machine there.
I will.
Okay. Very
Also,
very impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
If they would have these in the schoolrooms and that, if they get another pandemic, which they may, these people, are very short-sighted. With this global warming and climate change going on, you have the Arctic areas melting, especially like Siberia, and when it's melting, that permafrost is releasing a lot of bacteria, which we haven't seen in centuries, and that's starting to go around the Earth and that, and this would help capture a lot of that. I bet if they put these in schoolrooms during the year, it'd probably take care of the flu,
Schools and also funeral homes. They buy a lot of those.
Yeah, I don't go to too many funeral homes.
Yeah.
I avoid those. Too many of my friends have passed away. I think I've only been to one funeral my whole life.
And also the smaller one is the senior living place.
Yeah. I could use one in my house.
Yeah. The bar, the restaurant also needs a big one too. Yeah. Dental office. Yeah.
I'm looking at areas where you have people sitting there for long hours, in an enclosed space. That's where they really need these kind of devices and that. Do you have a bigger unit?
Yeah, this is the bigger units.
Okay, that's as big as you go?
Yeah, that's 4,000 square feet.
Yeah.
This is the smaller units.
So do you think it'd be effective if you had, let's say, a central air conditioning unit type that you can put in the
some people told me they put like a UV light on their AC system. That will help. Correct. That will help. Yeah. But remember, we have so many kind of UV light: UVB, UVC, and this is actually UVC. The old units we used to sell is UVB. Now it's C. Yeah.
So, what's the difference between a UV, A, B, or C?
My understanding, B and C is B is a little bit bigger wave. The degenerative waves a little bit bigger like this. C is like this, smaller wave, so they can kill more bacteria, also virus. Yeah.
Okay. And how long you been doing this?
You mean this air purifier? I want to do this for almost more than 10 years, but I actually selling this for 6 years, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
But because it takes time to make it, to make the mold, make the prototype, to upgrade, to change. So eventually, I start selling from 6 years ago, before the pandemic. I do a lot of integrative medical conference, a lot of them professional shows. Also, I do a lot of consumer shows too, people who are more interested in holistic living, natural living, something like that. I did a lot of those kind of expo.
Well, you know what it seems to me like, this kind of device would be great, like in these chicken coops,
Chicken?
Yeah, because got this bird flu that's killing all our chickens, and it seems like if you had something like this, it would probably help take care of that problem. That's why you can't get eggs at Costco.
I have no idea. Today I go there in Costco, they don't have eggs today.
Yeah, that's because they're like goat, and they had to kill all the flocks off because it got bird flu. And the only way to stop it is they end up killing the birds, But here, if you have something like this, it might keep the flock from getting the bird flu. That's to come, eggs are like, if you can get them, are running about $9 a carton. It's outrageous,
It's
But here's a hint for you survivalists out there,
Yeah.
I have a lot of freeze-dried food, in storage. And one of them is like cheese omelets, powder, the freeze-dried food, and you take and mix that, and it's cheap, It's about 5 or 6 years old, but still it's cheap. Okay, here's some questions here. Okay. Can you put it under mobile homes to kill mold? Homes that were flooded and have mold now, damp storage areas.
Mobile home is a small area. Yes, they kill the mold, correct. We do sell to some mobile home owners, RV owners, correct. Yes. And smaller spaces even work faster. Remember, this cover 4,000 square feet. So if you put like a smaller space, will be more effective, correct.
Okay.
And also, go ahead, yeah.
How about this damp storage area? Damp storage area. Damp.
I mean, why? Water? Do you have water there?
Well, not standing water, but there's a lot of moisture in the air. It's damp,
Correct.
As
if
opposed to wet.
A smaller chamber, smaller room, it's damp. The smaller one will work too.
And you think it would probably help dry out the area? Maybe, I don't know.
This is not a dehumidifier. This is a purifier, ozone purifier, basically for mold, odors, dust, allergen. That's 4 major stuff: mold, odors, dust, and allergen. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Rats invaded our chicken coop and ate all their food. We have 5 chickens left now. Our neighbors do not take care of their chickens. They are new to our country. Well, the one thing about chickens, if you have chickens, you don't have scorpions. I guarantee you that. Because it's okay. And do you have a website? Yes, the website would be okay, let's go here.
mediairpurifier.
mediairpurifier.com.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
You can click the menu to talk about all the technologies in the units. Okay. Or you can call me or text me first. I will explain for you over the phone if you have questions. Yeah.
So, and we gave your phone number out a dozen times. Remind everyone, look in the description for the email and the telephone number.
Mention Steve. Make sure mention Steve so they can get the package still.
Yeah. And we're going to stay away from cat piss or get cats. I don't know. Anyway, and you ship these. Do you use UPS or USPS or?
The big one is the FedEx.
Okay.
The smaller one is USPS.
Okay.
Separate. We ship them separate. Yeah.
And can people just get the small one from you?
Correct. The smaller one we do special for this meeting. We sell for $149 for one, but here we sell for $240 for $220 for 2 with free shipping.
Okay. So they just call you and talk to you here in the next week, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Because like a lot of people will come in during the week, they check in during the week and watch the video then. So
Okay.
don't be surprised. Okay.
Okay.
Here you go. See, this is a great video for information. Stay healthy. Stay away from doctors and big pharma for the pills and other poison.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I met a doctor in a conference. He's a traditional doctor, like a big farmer, pay him good. He tell me, we just give people prescription. If it doesn't work, we give more prescription. Yeah. I think we should look for alternative medicine. The other way to do it. Just stay healthy.
Well, sometimes the alternatives are not fast enough.
Correct.
And I'm a big one. You know, I have a good relationship with my doctor, you know, at the VA, and they've saved my life literally a couple of times. You know,
Okay.
I mean, like last year, you know, I go in to get a CAT scan, and they find out I'm having a heart attack. You know.
Okay.
And they want to do like a quad bypass, you know, and I said, no, we're not going to do that, you know, because on a quad bypass, they have to cut the ribs open and everything else. And I didn't have time to all that downtime. And my mom had a bypass. I just don't want to go through that. And we did stents instead. And they literally had to take a high-speed drill, and they drilled through one of the arteries because it was like 99% blocked, and it was calcified. And when he did that, as soon as I got off that table, it was like I could breathe again. All this time I was thinking, you know, it was my lungs and everything.
Correct. So, we also have Chinese medicine and Western medicine. My grandmother, I remember when she was alive, she doesn't believe Western medicine. She believes Chinese herbs. That's that generation. It works, but sometimes take a longer time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I say, you know, stay away from doctors as much as possible, but you know, I wouldn't just throw everything away. You know, you just use some forethought. You know, and like he's talking here, Martin Roots Life Detox for Parasites. Okay, so detox is I think is good, but you gotta do what you think is right for you, you know, and do your research, and your body will tell you, you know, and if your body is all of a sudden rebelling against it, you know, it's not the right thing for you. You know? And like, so I get on pills, you know, for so long, but then I get off, and then I do a lot of natural stuff to go along with it, you know. And like I have one of these infrared saunas. And that, I mean, I got sick last month. I got the flu really bad, but I think the one thing I saved it from getting worse is the fact that I would get in this infrared sauna that we have here that Phil Wilson at our show does. You know, he brings these saunas, you know, at the show.
Yeah, Phil Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, and it works great, you know. It keeps the moisture, it keeps the stuff out of your lungs, you know, pretty much. You know, that's what I'm shooting for. And every time you can feel the chills coming on, okay, you hop in that sauna and you didn't get the chills. You know, it warmed your core, so you didn't get that. You know, so I'm a big believer in a lot of this stuff, you know. And you come to this conference, you know, August 6th to 10th, and you're going to see all kinds of technology there. You know,
I know Phil Wilson. I know him.
I would imagine he's all over the place.
Yeah, his name actually I call him Colonel Sauna. Colonel Sauna. He always wear a hat. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be at the conference too.
Yeah.
And it's a beret.
He was in New York today. He do the Integrative Healthcare Symposium in New York right now. Yeah. I know him very well. Yeah.
He travels all over, you know. And so if you guys, if you're listening here, be sure to come to the conference, and you never know who you're going to meet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s. I believe he's like 74, 75. Very sharp, very good memory, very intelligent guy.
Yeah. Okay, here's a question. Is small unit the same as a big unit? So
They basically very similar technology, but just cover smaller space.
And they also have the filter you take and you have to wash, right?
No, smaller one has no HEPA filter, no filter to wash. Just no maintenance, zero. Yeah.
Okay. Just the big one.
Just a big one, correct. Yeah.
And do you have replacement filters? Because I imagine if you wash this stuff after so long, they
last year, 2024, see, I sold thousands of units already. I only got one order for the filter. They want to buy a filter. Only one order. The reason why they want to buy it because when they wash it, the dog chewed the filter. So they buy it. Otherwise, once you wash it, it's like brand new.
Okay, and is there a guarantee on the units?
Yeah, we all come with like a 1 year warranty, correct? Standard 1 year warranty. Yeah.
And then he goes here. Are cheap ionizers bad? Question mark.
Correct. You had to be, like the ozone. You had to be careful with what kind of ozone. Yes. Yeah. And we are doing this. That's our focus. Just make those professional grade one for practitioner to use. So that's our focus. Yeah. Okay. Like a lot of doctor, I have one doctor use my units. He practiced in Nevada. He actually practiced in Carson City, Nevada. So he's like an ozone doctor, Dr. Schellenberg. I do all his training on the conference all the time. Yeah, he had actually 3 of my units.
Okay. So, and here's a warning signs. I guess he bought a cheap ionizer. Bad for the pocketbook, yes. We purchased one from Shackley. Horrible unit years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. It's called press for quality. Yeah.
Well, with that, I'm going to kind of call it a night here because we're pushing an hour.
Okay.
And I'd like to remind everyone to get hold of Matt this week, and let's see if I can find that now. Yeah, there we go. There's his email and his phone number one last time. Medi Air Purifier at gmail.com or 847-609-0593.
That's my Chicago number, but I live in Florida.
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago, south of Chicago, in the middle of nowhere.
I started from my business from south side of Chicago, from Chicago Ridge, Orland Park. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you live further south, but a town called Kankakee.
Yes, yeah. Kankakee River, correct.
Yeah.
One of the former governor, he's from Ryan, Governor Ryan, Illinois.
Yeah.
He's from Kankakee. Yeah, he was in jail.
Yeah, well, I grew up in that, my first job was there in Barbonas, right next to Kankakee. But anyway, I just want to remind everyone to, if you haven't, going up to YouTube and become a subscriber. It's free. It just notifies every time we put one up, and we have a lot of stuff for free. And then also our exclusive membership, $9.99 a month, gets you access 24/7 to hundreds, of member-only videos, and you're not going to get this information anywhere else. A lot of people that we have up there are no longer there. So anyway, thank you all, and we'll catch you next week.
Okay.
Okay.